This case is a textbook example of everything you should not do. This was such a complicated case. So the client filed for asylum when she shouldn't supposed to, got married to get a green card. The husband left her. She filed for the 751. She started to panic and now she started seeking help. That was when she found us. How do you solve this type of case when there's no joint documents, the husband already left, the marriage is in dissolution, and there's a checkered history? Let's get to it. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. So the legal problem in this case is we had to file a 751 removal of condition, but the client was already in the process of filing a 751 when they are about to start their divorce proceeding. And that's always really complicated because in order to file a 751 waiver or to get that approved, you need the final dissolution paperwork from the court. And that could take 6 months, 9 months, or longer. So that itself is a complication, but she already filed a 751. So what do? Do you withdraw the 751? Then now she's illegal? How do you win this case? Because if the 751 waiver gets denied, well then she has to leave the country. Her temporary green card gets confiscated. It's a mess. Well, you start by not panicking, and we break down the steps one by one. The first thing is to get this divorce done as quick as possible. Of course, we did a lot of consultation. Is the husband coming back? Maybe you guys can mend the relationship and collect joint documents and just complete the 751. That would be so simple. Then you don't even need us. After a lot of discussion, the husband is definitely not coming back. Then the only way is to get this divorce done as quick as possible. So there was a lot of negotiation and mediation that went on because after all, they're just two kids that just got married for less than 2 years. We did the expedited summary dissolution paperwork, so make things even faster and cheaper to help her save money. So that was the first step. The second thing we did was to help her prepare for a 751 waiver application, but not file it yet. We prepared everything, explained the circumstances, explained the reason why there's a separation and there's a divorce pending, and prepared everything, trained her, and prepared her to go to the interview. Because she already filed for the 751, she's already in queue to wait for an interview. So instead of withdrawing the case, we prepared everything in hopes that she was able to convince the officer during the interview saying, just the marriage didn't work out, here's a 751 waiver, are you able to accept it, please? We sent an attorney, the attorney and her talked to the officer, and the officer was kind enough to not terminate the original 751 and let it convert to a 751 waiver pending the final dissolution paperwork. This was a miracle because any officer could have just said, nope, you filed the wrong paperwork, you filed the wrong form, you're supposed to withdraw this one, and you're supposed to pay for a new filing fee. I'm not going to do the work for you and cancel the case. In fact, you're already out of status. But the officer didn't do any of that. The officer delayed the decision for the 751. If the officer makes a denial, then from that point forward, she's out of status. So luckily the officer understood and was sympathetic to the story and accepted the application and just waited for our divorce judgment to come through. Once we got the divorce judgment, we immediately filed it in, explained the situation one more time, the officer reviewed it, and then approved the case. So we converted a 751 to a 751 waiver with very little joint documents. This 20-year-old girl suffered so much within the past year and a half, but luckily she pushed through, got everything squared away, and now has a permanent green card. So if you have any questions about the 751 waiver process, I know it's extremely complicated and worrisome, feel free to contact us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Take care.